Occupy Wall Street. Is any of it actually sinking in at the White House? Next. First, because sinking is all these next folks do. Here, Countdown's top 3 nominees for today's worst persons in the world. Our bronze to disgraced ex-TV host Lonesome Rhodes Beck. He's still on the radio, but his tone-deaf inhumanity has finally been shunted off to a subscription service, a switch which has cost him 90% of his viewers. Here's why. Beck decided to mock Shamar Thomas, the man in this famous Occupy Wall Street video calling out the consciences of the NYPD officers who were treating a peaceful protest like a terrorist attack. Who's wrong here? In Beck's drug-addled brain, of course, it's Shamar Thomas.
The guy who was like, there's no honor in this.
Oh, the
These
Marines,
people are unarmed. There's no honor in this. And I'm watching that, and I couldn't take it anymore because video shows this Marine yelling at the police, you gotta stop brutalizing, we're unarmed. And the cops all have their hands in their pockets.
They're not doing anything.
Their hands in their pockets. They're like, we know. We're standing here.
Just remember, because you quit using drugs, it doesn't mean the brain goes back to what it was before you started using drugs. To Mr. Beck, it does not matter that Shamar Thomas served this country in the Marines in Iraq, as his father and mother and stepfather and grandfather served this country. Shamar Thomas is a Marine. He was honorably discharged. He's actually seen brutality, not just opined about it from a basement studio. And to Glenn Beck, he's a guy. So to raise an old question, why does this fop Glenn Beck hate the troops? Our runners-up, Wonderland Party, which makes Halloween costumes which are sold in England via Amazon UK. Now, to be fair, British parents recently received a note that their young children need to be taught to empathize with other kids in different times in England's past, and the teachers thought that the best way for a 5 or 6-year-old to empathize is to dress up as those kids. So the schools have been holding days in which everybody dresses up as a London child during the Roman era. Well, that's a sheet. Or as a Victorian British kid, or as a World War II evacuee when London and the other major cities sent their kids to the countryside or even abroad during the German Blitz. Nevertheless, worst Halloween costume ever. And the price is £15. Oh, wait, one more. Now, again, to be fair, this is meant to be London 1940, not occupied Poland 1939, but still. Also, the Velcro shoes completely ruin the historical effect. But for our winner, we go international. Mayor Rob Ford of Toronto, the Canadian one. The new Conservative executive has had a rough start, but never was it rougher than Monday. There's a CBC television comedy show called This Hour Has 22 Minutes, and it featured a character played by actress Mary Walsh called Marg Delahunty. And in the simpler, fewer guns drawn land to the north, Marg was able to come out of her retirement to ambush interview the mayor outside his house.
Mayor Ford, it's me, Marg Delahunty. You know, I gave up all the old Princess Warrior stuff.
Can I go to my car, please?
Can I go
to my car, please?
I came up to give you a hand, honey. Because I gave up the Princess Warrior stuff, but when I saw what was happening to you...
Whoa, can I go to my car?
Oh, Mayor Ford, please. I came all the way from Newfoundland to talk to you, honey. One good thing about being stubborn, though, Mayor Ford, is you always know what you're going to be thinking the next day. God love you. Take care of yourself now. Didn't go that good, did it?
Well, a little crash, a little stuttering John-ish, but what the hell? When Mayor Ford got inside his house, he called 911 and swore at the dispatcher because the police were not getting there fast enough. The police, with a classic, if I offended anybody, I apologize, non-apology, apology. Ford has released this statement. When I made the 911 call, I was concerned and upset. I was repeatedly told police were arriving soon. In another call, I expressed frustration with the delay and said that I had to leave to go to City Hall. I did use the F word at some point as I expressed my frustration with the situation. After being attacked in my driveway, I hope I can be excused for saying the F word. I never called anyone any names. I apologize for expressing my frustration inappropriately. Concerned and upset by a fake news reporter in a red ballroom gown. That, of course, is his version. It's bad and panicky and stupid enough, but CBC's very good news department quoted sources that indicate the mayor's actual comment to the dispatcher was, well, the quote may actually be worse than this, but it appears he said at least the following. Don't you effing know? I'm Rob effing Ford, the mayor of this city. Toronto's Rob effing Ford, the mayor of this effing city, today's effing worst person in the effing world.